What are you saying?
Are
Oh
you
yeah,
yourself today? Because last time you were
yeah. That was
you were
yo.
caned.
I hate every single one of you for not telling me about that.
I didn't want to bring attention to it.
Oh, here we
You
go.
could have messaged me outside.
That's a good point.
All right, now we got it. Now we got it working, guys.
All right.
I'll stop chewing momentarily.
No worries. I feel like I do half of our videos chewing
That's a
on
good
this
point.
channel. Anyway, while you finish eating whatever it is you're chowing down on, hopefully it's Arby's. I will introduce. Here we are for our second amazing monthly episode of the Manga Bros or Mango Bros or Mango Farmers. I don't know, but here we are. I'm joined right now by the beautiful duo of Adonis and Nelson. What is going on, guys?
Hey.
What's going on, everyone? See, David and Muhammad are already in the chat. What's up, guys?
Nice.
He said, "Whose soul did you need to sell to get Ryley back on the internet?" 3 souls of virgin.
I mean,
Good question.
we got Ryley and got Geo back.
I know Gio
Oh,
said
Yeah.
he might be able to pop in, so fingers crossed. And then Luis might be coming in too, so we might have a stacked deck on the show tonight. Ice is in the chat too.
what's up, Ice?
So tonight, number one, go through some releases real quick. I kind of wanted to streamline a little bit more and just let us talk about what we're picking up instead of reading the title of every single isekai series that's coming out.
Yep.
And then talk about Pokemon, man, because all of us were really excited after the announcement for Gen 8 on the Switch, Sword and Shield.
Not only that, but the CGI remake of
Oh
the
yeah,
movie. I just saw that today. Apparently, the news came out yesterday, but that sounds cool.
yeah. So some cool Pokemon stuff, and of course there are tons of Pokemon manga out there. I've read a couple, and then the Pokemon anime is just freaking unending. For all of time, so that we can talk about any of that, or maybe anything that's Pokemon-esque, like if any of us were into Digimon at all, or Monster Rancher.
The
I don't know.
Monster Rancher.
Oh my God, Monster Rancher of all things in this world, the best.
I don't know.
That is a throwback.
I remember it very briefly. So
Sorry,
what's
but Digimon is the best isekai. Since we brought up isekai earlier, like 2 seconds ago, Digimon is the best.
It is an isekai. Holy shit!
It is the best isekai, and it is like one of the OGs. That's what
Was
makes it
doing
so.
it way back then.
It's just
Who
so
would've
good.
thought?
innocent little Digimon, digital monsters. You know what was dope? Like the movie, the original Digimon movie, when it came into the US, I remember seeing it in theaters. I don't remember how young I was, but I remember it had I'm pretty sure it had freaking Smash Mouth All Star in the soundtrack.
Oh my God.
I'm like 90% sure that I'm right on that, and it's ridiculous.
That was probably before I was born, but still, that sounds like an experience.
So what's been up for the last month, guys? What did y'all check out? Anything cool this last month? Get any reading done in February?
Man, I barely got any reading done this month. But I read some villains. I started Pluto yesterday.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
How far into Pluto are you now?
I just read like most of the first volume. I didn't even finish that one.
Dude,
so tired.
I might pick it up just to read.
I haven't been able to focus.
I feel you. I totally feel you, man. I've been so busy with like packing and moving and work and everything. And every single day this week, I've come home and just like I have shit that I have to do, and I immediately want to just fall asleep. It's been hard. It's been really hard this week.
Do you have a book count? I feel like you still.
I do, and okay, like I'm upset
Yeah, I think Ryley
for
talked about it
myself.
2 days ago or something.
Yeah, I'm upset with myself, but there's reason behind like why I did not read as much, and so I know what the reason is. I told my wife, like she cares. I was telling my wife when I was on the phone with her earlier. I was like, last month I read 85 books. This month I read 35 books. This is bullshit. Like I have a 50 book differential, and she's like, yeah, but you know as well as I do, like what you were doing all month. Like we were very busy every single day. Um, but it's just crazy because like the I was thinking about it, and it was like the first week of the month. I read the latter half of Parasite. I read all of the 8 volumes that are out of I Am a Hero. I read all 8 volumes of Cross Game. I read 7 volumes of new releases that came out, and then I read the first volume of Vinland Saga on the first Sunday of this month because we were aiming for Friday was when we were supposed to read the first volume and discuss it, and I was behind, and I remember reading it on the Sunday, and since then I've only for the rest of the month I've only been reading Vinland Saga, and I'm only on volume 10 just now. Like I just started 10 today.
That's still
That's still
20
impressive.
volumes, though.
I do realize that in comparison to not only other people but how much I usually read myself, that's a good amount of material. But I was disappointed in myself for not having the same kind of focus that I had for the previous month. But I think that March should be a better month that's more in tune with the way that I was in January. But at the same time, I not only did I not read a lot during February, but I bought a lot of books, way more than I was intending on. So now I've like
Me
increased. I've increased my reading list by like a lot.
I feel like every month I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stop buying as much next month.
Yeah.
And it never happens.
Here's what happens for me. This is exactly what happens is I have my list of books to buy, and I sit there and I'm like, okay, let's see what I can find for cheap. And then I find like a couple volumes of something, and then I'm like, oh, I'm only like 4 volumes from completing that series. I'll just go ahead and finish it. And then I'm like, oh, I'm actually only a few volumes away from this, and this as well. And so I just buy all of those things, and I'm like, oh fuck, now I have like 5 other series that I need to finish. So I finished off buying Banana Fish, Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh R, Hikaru no Go, and I think at least one other series. And then, of course, I already had finished last month Toriko and Prince of Tennis. Oh, Kuroko's Basketball. I finished buying that. So I have like all of these longer running series that I have to read now. And then, of course, like even though I said like, oh, I'm not going to start anything new, I bought a couple volumes of Soul Eater at Half Price Books yesterday, and then I bought 4 volumes of Doro Hidoro um, that I found for cheap online in various places. So yeah,
We
I
just
messed.
lost an Adonis.
You better get back in here.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Did you start Kuroko? You did, right?
I read like the first half of the first volume and I liked it, so I was like, I better not read it until I have all of it, or else I'm gonna be sad.
How long is it?
It is 30 volumes, but it's 15 2-in-1 volumes.
That's not too bad.
It's not terrible. So it's about the same length as Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk was 31.
I think the first one I'm gonna read or watch is gonna be Haikyuu for its anime.
I need to keep reading Haikyuu because I only read like the first 7. Oy, and there's like 30 now, and I'm so behind on it, but I keep distracting myself with other stuff. Like now I'm sitting here and I bought all this stuff, and I'm like, fuck, uh I really wanna start Yu-Gi-Oh now.
Oh man, I've been kind of craving. Honestly, I have been craving Yu-Gi-Oh or something similar.
Well, let's look at what's coming out. Do you have the new releases up?
Yeah, I have it up. Yeah, I made a kind of like a small little list, so we don't have to go through all this.
Okay, cool. What? No, I separated mine by week. What do you have in the first week? Do you know?
Oh, I didn't separate it, but
That's
I
okay.
think I gotten. What do I have the first week? Well, Berserk, obviously. Is that the first week?
Well,
Actually,
that
no,
was
that is the last week now, right?
yeah, last week of
God,
last
yeah.
month of February. Well, for mine in the first week, Boruto Volume 5, Demon Slayer Volume 5, Doctor Stone Volume 4, Haikyuu 31, Hunter x Hunter 35.
Hunter x Hunter.
And that's all for the first week, I think. Those are the books that I'm getting. And there's One Piece Omnibus Edition 27. Adonis, is that you?
That is me.
Okay,
Nice.
so you're getting
I
that one.
love that shit.
Yeah, I know you collected it in the 3-in-1, so I figured that that's going to be yours. Nothing else on there that, like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm not familiar with, but nothing else that I feel like I need to get.
Yeah, there's some stuff I'm kind of interested in, but not quite gonna get yet.
The second week for me is Radiant Volume 4, and that's it. But I know also there's Slime Volume 9 is coming out. And
Where is
there's...
Gio?
I know. I'm hoping he joins in. And then also there's the Full Metal Alchemist Complete 4-panel comics. I'm not planning on getting that, but I thought I'd mention it.
What is it?
It's a 4-panel comics.
Yeah, the 4 Coma comics, I think it's just the like in between chapters type stuff that was in Full Metal Alchemist. Just like little funny strips. And it's all
like
in
the
one
little
volume.
chibi ones.
Yeah, and it's just all of them in one volume, not really the thing that I'm grabbing.
Yeah, I get it.
Next week would be the 20th Century Boys Perfect Edition Volume 3.
Yeah, I'm also picking that up.
Awesome. Are either of y'all doing Children of the Whales?
I think Nelson was. Or Children of the Sea, is that it?
I think both exist.
Yeah, I know he's doing one, but not the other. But it looks like he just logged out.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh no, he just...
Yeah.
There we go. I was just switching headphones because I heard an echo.
Oh, got you. Do you do Children of the Whales?
No, but I want to. I definitely want to.
That's one that
eventually. Not yet, but once I have some more space, I'm gonna get it. Because the art looks amazing from
right?
one. Yeah, Children of the Sea. That's 5 volumes long. It's already done. And that's getting I think a movie soon that someone posted in the group, which looks amazing. It looks really good.
The other one in the third week, which is the 19th. God, where'd it go? Oh shoot, I lost the book that I was looking at. There's a lot of them, but just a lot of stuff that I'm not grabbing. Sailor Moon Eternal Edition Volume 3. That's it.
I want to read that at some point too.
Same.
They're really freaking pretty books.
They look great, but I just don't know how much of the story I would actually enjoy.
I think I would enjoy a lot. I don't know.
It's just no screaming like 12-year-olds, so I don't know if I enjoy it.
And then on the last week, this is one for all of us. On the 26th, we have scheduled to come out Grand Blue Dreaming Volume 5.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
now that Alex is in it.
I'm so glad that he's actually into it. I was a little like iffy if he was gonna like it, but
yeah, now that we know that he likes it, it's like it's safe. It's good.
Yeah, no, it's I'm just upset that of all the series, for some reason, that is the one that I can never get from in stock. Like they always get like shorted, or maybe they just don't get it in, but like they'll list it and then I'll put it in my order, and then I'll get an email a week later saying, hey, we don't actually have copies available, sorry. And I'm like, that's fine, just send whatever. And I used that to my advantage last week because I was placing my order and I was like, I want to make sure that I place my order just in case anything sells out. Like I want to place it now, but I don't want it to ship until a few days later because I was out of town. So I put Grand Blue Dreaming in there knowing that would happen. And it did happen. And so my package got here like the day after I got back.
IST Advanced Tactics.
I don't know.
And you can only do it with manga. Only with manga.
Yeah. So yeah, that's everything that I'm getting. Was there anything else that y'all were getting for the month that I didn't mention?
Actually, that was it. Berserk, 20th Century Boys 3, and Grand Blue 5. That's all I'm getting. Those are the stuff that I want to get at some point, like Versailles of the Dead. I want to check out. Some other stuff. Wonderland. I want to check out.
I don't know if I'm confusing it with another series, but is Versailles of the Dead super fan servicey, or is that something else?
No, that's it's like it's like zombies in the Renaissance period, as far as I know. Okay. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. Alex got it, like the volume at least.
That other book, the one with the cover of Volume 5 that was posted in the farm. What's it called?
What did it look like?
I don't know. It had like a voluptuous woman on the front cover, and we kept making fun of Stuart for it.
To the abandoned Sacred Beast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually got that. That's gonna be in my haul for the last month. I got 4 volumes of that.
I have Volume 1 for a reason.
The art looks really good.
For reasons.
There is something really fan servicey that I do want to get. It's called Though You May Burn to Ash. And sadly, the mangaka actually just passed away a few days ago. But,
oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys for bumming you out. But yeah, the art looks really good. Looks really amazing, and it's very gory. But there's also a lot of fan service. But it's kind of like embracing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it could be kind of fun.
Sometimes they're fun.
The most fan servicey stuff I have is, of course, Food Wars and then Grand Blue Dreaming. But
Grand Blue Dreaming doesn't count.
That one's all it's beefcake instead of cheesecake, which is
you get female fan service like once per volume.
Right.
It's very mild.
And even then it's nothing like over the top. It's just kind of like
it's just cheese's butt.
To be honest, it kind of like fits with the story, with what's going on at the moment in the story. It's not out of the blue, but it's just so funny. It is one of the few series that makes me laugh out loud.
So now that we've talked about the new releases, Pokemon, guys, Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so they did the Nintendo Direct earlier in the week. They announced Pokemon Sword and Shield, which are going to be the Generation 8 games on the Switch, and they showed us the 3 new starters. I don't remember their names, but I know that we get a Grass Monkey, a
Grookey,
Fire...
I think.
Grookey?
I think that's it. I'm not sure.
Grass Monkey, the Fire Bunny, and then the Water, like...
Everyone's flipping out over that one.
Chameleon or something.
It's a tadpole.
Whatever it is, it's a water thing. I always choose fire.
It's a water reptile. Same.
I tend to lean towards fire. I don't always do it, but I tend to lean towards it.
The only times that I have not chosen fire is when like I buy the second game in a generation, and I replay it, and then like usually I go with grass just because no one gets grass. And then I am the one guy with a grass Pokemon.
Except in Generation 8, where no Generation 6, where nobody picked Popplio.
Actually, you're right. No one did pick it.
Was that the seal?
Yep.
Yeah.
What were the others in 6? Was it the pig?
It was no, it was not the pig. It was the little fox, the fire fox.
Oh, Fennekin,
and Fennekin and the grass little owl. I'm blanking on their names.
That's right.
Rowlet.
Yeah.
Rowlet, yes.
I
little nerd boy.
Everyone with the grass that one because it was just the coolest one.
I chose the fire because hell yeah, it was freaking magic psychic and fire. It was so cool.
I did get one and I named him QB because you got to.
No, bad.
You got to.
Bad.
You want to name his actual name?
No, yes, that's I never.
I don't remember. I don't actually know his name. I didn't get that far, but I did get spoiled on it.
Shit, I can't think of the name.
It's a cool name. I don't remember what it is though. It's cool that he has a name.
I always name my Pokemon in like Spanish.
Jose.
No, like I do like I had a Gengar named like Del Muerte and stuff like that.
That's pretty dope, actually.
And I had it was like a generation 3 or 4, and it looked kind of like a Sphinx, and it was like an electric type Pokemon, and I named it like Tormenta, like a storm.
Heliolisk, was it? Maybe?
I don't know. It was like this blue and black cat thing.
Oh, Sphinx.
His name was
Shinx.
Shinx. Yeah. I got one of those. And I named it Tormenta, like a storm.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, I have most of my Pokemon are named in Spanish. I have a couple of them that are in like I had one ghost Pokemon I named Zeitgeist. So I did like a couple German. I think I did Litwick. I named him Lumiere, like Beauty and the Beast.
Such a good Pokemon. A lot of people hated him, but he was so cool.
Yeah, well, fuck those people.
I can't even imagine who uses Litwick of all things.
Candelore was a threat competitively. He was used a lot because he's really fast and his special attack is through the roof.
You know who was a force competitively? I think his name was like Spiritomb back in Gen 4.
Oh, yeah. You know why? Because he doesn't have any weaknesses.
0 weaknesses up until Fairy came around.
Until Fairy. And even then, it's like it's not enough, really.
Who uses Fairy? Not a lot of people use Fairy.
Except for like now they do.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been out of competitive for like 2 years now.
Yeah, so I haven't really done anything the past year either.
I never got competitive except when I fight the Elite Four. Yeah, I've never done competitive Pokies.
I've mostly done it on Pokemon Showdown. Oh shit!
There he is, the myth, the legend.
The myth, the legend.
I totally forgot about the show.
This is like when you're running around Johto and you run into an Entei.
Yes.
I might run.
Quick, guys, who's got the Master Ball?
Yeah. I caught a Geo. We're just talking about Pokemons, Geo.
Nice. Sorry, I completely forgot about the show. Hi, everybody.
You're good, dude.
We all know Geo's favorite Pokemon.
Here.
I'm just, I've been playing some Overwatch, getting back into it.
Oh yeah.
Now that you have the connection,
a new character out too.
Yeah,
I think.
Barely recognize the game, by the way. It's like a year and 5 or 6 months. I have new character. Everybody's different. I don't know what's happening. I'm getting my ass whooped, but it's fun.
Well, that's good.
How about yourselves? How you guys?
Welcome back,
doing?
Gio. We missed you.
Thank you.
So
what are we?
We're just discussing. I mentioned, Pokemon, the new announcement with the new games, and we kind of derailed into a discussion about past Pokemon that we've used, starters, nicknames, competition Pokemon that get used a lot, stuff like that. So, what do you think? What do you typically go for with your starters?
I usually go by looks. I'm not like huge into competitive fighting and all that stuff. I just like to collect the whole Pokedex. And with the starters, let's see. First gen was Bulbasaur. Second is Totodile. Totodile is my favorite Pokemon overall. Third was either Mudkip or what's the other guy's name? The leaf one.
Third was really strong because all of them were so good.
Yeah. They're really good. Trico, thank you. Trico, then Chimchar, because I love monkeys.
I love Chimchar.
Chimchar's badass, especially Infernape. That's my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. I think I picked Tepig because I liked the little pig. Then Froakie. I'm all over the place. Rowlet, because he looked like a Green Arrow, and now with the new one, I want the green monkey because he looks pretty cute. So yeah, I usually go by looks, but
So do y'all think it's gonna be another firefighting, or you think it's gonna be different this time?
I hope it's fire ground this time.
What else could it be though? He looks firefighting. He looks like he might be just fire. That would be kind of interesting for a change.
I think he might be fire ground because he kind of resembles Baniri, and Baniri evolved into normal ground.
That's a good point, actually. That would be really cool. Fire ground. I don't think there's a lot of that. There's Nummel and Camerupt. I think that's it.
Those are deep cuts right there, Gen 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always choose fire, and I think that it rooted in. So in the first gen, the first time I ever played Pokemon, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I mean, to be fair, I think I was like 7 or 8 when I got it, and I just grabbed one of the Pokeballs, and I was like, yeah, and it turned out to be a Charmander. So okay, I guess I have a fire lizard for the whole game, and it was dope. I was happy about it because I wound up liking him. But like the further I went on, as a kid, I kept making up like reasons why fire is good against every type, even though it like there's no actual weakness involved. I would in my head be like, fire is good against obviously grass, fire is good against bugs because it burns the bugs, fire is good against ground because it scorches the earth, fire is good against water because it makes it into steam. Like I would not make any sense at all in why fire would be good.
Is the best type.
So I just kept saying fire's the best, and my mentality of like 8-year-old Ryley just stuck with me for until now. And I always choose fire.
It's always the best type. Except in Gen 6. Greninja's the best type. This is the best starter in Gen 6.
What was the fire?
That
was the Fox, right?
Fennekin,
yeah, Fennekin and Chespin.
Chespin looked like a Digimon when he got to his final evolution.
He looked that the shell guy from 2. From Digimon 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He looked like a Digimon. Fennekin was like, it doesn't even look like a Pokemon. It's a fucking wizard of all things on this wonderful earth. So you gotta go with Greninja.
Well, I went with the wizard.
Greninja is still a threat to this day on competitively. Especially when they released Ash Greninja. Which I was basically when he gets a kill, he goes Super Saiyan and he just becomes more powerful and he becomes unstoppable. It was really annoying. It was really cheesy for a while.
I watched the entire X and Y series just to see when Ash's Froakie would turn into Ash Greninja, like from start to end. Me and my sister watched the entire thing.
Did he? He did, right? I mean, I'm assuming he did. Yeah.
He does. It's amazing. It's like one of the most hype moments in anime.
Doesn't he usually have like one starter out of each gen that actually evolves all the way, and then everything else just gets like left behind?
Yeah, in Kanto's Charizard, in Johto it was Meganium. Hoenn. In Hoenn, they were all split up among the 3 main characters, and Ash had
I like
Trico. That. Yeah, I like that too. In I don't remember Sinnoh too much, but I think in Sinnoh he had a Chimchar that evolved into Blaziken, which was like it was so lit because
Infernape.
Infernape. Yeah.
Firefighting, it's all the same, whatever.
Firefighting. It's amazing. So his Chimchar belonged to his rival Paul until Paul left it like on the road for it to just die, and Ash picked it up and like raised it and trained it into an Infernape. And I don't know how his rivalry with Paul ended, but it is one of the best rivalries in anime.
I didn't even watch a lot of that, but I remember that.
Yeah, number 1.
I don't remember that either.
That's really rude, Paul. Why would you do that shit? Number 2, what kind of rival name is Paul?
Right?
That's a very white rival.
He's the best rival in Pokemon.
Is he the best because he's the worst, though?
Yes, exactly. Because he is the exact opposite of everything Ash is.
He was kind of an asshole, right? Am I thinking of the right character? Yeah. He had like purple hair, I think, right?
Yes, that's him. Like
okay, Gary, he was an asshole.
Gary loved this Pokemon, but he like was still an asshole.
He overtrained
Paul just doesn't give a shit. Paul doesn't give a shit. He just wants to be the best and will ditch whoever. Like he just wants to be the best. So he's the exact opposite of Ash.
Did he become the best there ever was? Paul's Japanese name is actually Shinji.
Oh,
Shinji.
Get in the robot, Shinji.
Shinji.
Some fans call him a cold-hearted power monger.
sounds all
Where
right.
are you getting this from?
I just Googled Pokemon Paul.
Yeah, I thought this was in the chat. I was like looking at Pokemon. Like, where are they saying that?
Pokemon Paul version.
That's like Undertale where you do a genocide run.
Yeah. What if they did like a Pokemon Paul version where you do that shit, and then like Pokemon Ash version where you don't even fight Pokemon, you just raise them and are giving them like candies and shit.
Nah, that would be Brock version.
You lose at the end because Ash always loses. So
yes, that's you actually. If you lose, you win. That's how you get the end credits.
Did he ever win? He did, right?
He won the Orange Islands, which is not canon.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
That's kind of sad.
Did they even fight in the Orange Islands? Because I remember one of the badges was like a race or something.
Probably.
I don't remember if they did, honestly. I don't. I know there were a lot of obstacle courses and things like that.
It was a bunch of random ass shit, and Tracy was there, and he
Tracy
was on Snap.
Is whack.
But Tracy, he drew
Brock.
and stuff, so it was all right.
And
but
then
he was not Brock.
No, he wasn't. And then they came back and they were like, "Okay, Tracy, go hang out with Professor Oak because you're a fucking lame."
Tracy's last name is Tracy Sketchit.
Yes, because he drew the Pokemon.
Exactly.
And he took the pictures, and that's they made Pokemon Snap, and Tracy was the main character.
Oof.
Wait, was he really?
Yeah,
I've never played Snap. Wow.
You played as Tracy in Snap. You run around in this little like Pokeball shaped Jeep, basically, and like you take pictures and you throw shit at the Pokemon to take their picture.
Damn, I wish
it's
I
a
had
non-violent version of Pokemon.
It's basically Safari Zone because you have like food and like rocks that you throw at the Pokemon, so you can agitate them, and then like you kind of try to lure them into where you can take the best picture, and then you send all your glamour shots to Professor Oak, and then he's like, "Ooh, nice shot."
That's a good voice for Professor Oak.
Are you a boy or are you a girl? Yeah, Pokemon Snap was my life back for like one summer when I was younger. I played that shit so much, and then I like played it again as an adult, and I was like, why did I spend months on this game? Like I beat it in one night.
It was pretty fun, especially at the end. I think the hidden boss was Mew. You had to unlock him.
Yeah, quote unquote boss.
Boss, yeah.
Yeah, you get to go to like I don't know what if it was like another planet or something.
Like Rainbow Road or something like that.
Basically, yeah.
Rainbow Road.
You see like Wario go by on his cart and they throw a shell. But yeah, and Mew's there, and you have to like agitate Mew so he'll come out of like a little bubble, and then you can take his picture. Yeah. I want them to make a Pokemon Snap too. Pokemon Go should be Pokemon Snap Go. And
they have
I think they had pictures.
Should be on the Switch.
Yeah. They have a picture version on Pokemon Go. You can see the Pokemon in 3D and take a picture of it in real life.
Dang.
All right, can we talk about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu? And did you guys play it? And if you did you enjoy it?
I haven't played it, therefore I haven't enjoyed it.
Yeah, I didn't play it either. I don't have a Switch, but I might get one for this game. I might do it.
Don't do it.
The thing is, I actually didn't finish Moon. I'm right near the end, but I didn't finish it.
That's whack.
Yeah, I feel bad about it. For someone who's a big Pokemon fan, I even got a Mew tattoo. Like it's it's a little sacrilegious.
Yeah, it really is.
I gotta go back and finish it.
I know Gio bought Let's Go Pokemon, right?
Yeah, I got the Pikachu version. I think it's fine. I mean, the battling system and all that stuff is different, and the catching and all that. But it's fun. It's I bought it because I really liked Yellow when it first came out, and it's been so long that I really wanted to revisit that stuff, to play the game and see like the Pokemon walking with you, and you're walking on the grass and you see all the Pokemon, all that stuff. So it was like playing it for the first time again, and I really enjoyed it. I haven't finished it, but I'm halfway there. It's okay.
I like that they did
Gio, I'm gonna interrupt you. You know why you didn't finish it?
Why?
Because it was not fun. It was not good. I couldn't get past like what is the Brock city's name? Vermilion City? Is that it? Pewter City.
Vermilion, yeah. Pewter City, yeah.
It was not good, dude. I just didn't care about having to flick the Joy-Con to catch anything. That was so annoying.
Oh, I just I like to play it handheld and not have to do the motion control thing, because it's a little bit silly. But
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you just go mobile, or is it mobile? Or I just use the controller like the regular controller, and I don't have to wave it around. I think. I don't know.
I don't want to do that. I just want to like not move while I'm playing.
Plus, correct me if I'm wrong, there are way more in this game because you can't fight the Pokemon, the wild ones. They compensate by having even like double the amount of trainers, because every freaking corner there's a trainer out there. I'm like, Jesus, I don't remember that in the first game, where there were so many. I think that maybe that was on purpose, because you can't fight the wild ones.
But you go into regular battles with like trainers though?
Oh yeah. And gym leaders and all that stuff, it's regular battles. It's just the wild Pokemon that's like the cell phone game where you just throw Pokeballs at it.
But do you see the Pokemon like actually physically in the wild? Like it seems like you do in the new one? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Like you're one of the caves, and there's a huge freaking Onyx next to you, and you have to, if you don't wanna encounter it, you have to walk past it. It's pretty cool. I like the idea. I hope like the Switch game uses that mechanic where you see all the Pokemon with you in the wild.
Yeah, see, that gets my nostalgia going. Just seeing like all the Pokemon actually physically around. That's something that like I'm sure all of us have been dreaming forever, and they progressively have done it, but they never quite did it.
And I do like that the game, when it's you're following the story, there's actual cutscenes. It's not overhead. You actually see 3D movement and all that stuff. So I think this game was sort of a prototype for Sword and Shield that's coming out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes sense. I feel like... What's up?
I'll let you go.
No, I was going to go in a complete different direction. So if you're still talking about this game, go ahead.
I was going to say, I would like a mix of both. Like you can see Pokemon in the overworld, but sometimes you might be caught off by surprise, because there's no better feeling than walking in tall grass and boom, there's a shiny. And it's like, what are you going to do?
Yep. Like, have you guys caught any shiny?
Hell yeah. In Gen 6, they made it so much easier in Gen 6.
Oh yeah, Gen 6 was a game changer, because I had never encountered one. I think I found God, what's the name of the? It's like the gray mouse. What's the name of that Pokemon?
Chinchino, maybe.
Yes. Chinchino, yeah. Chinchino. That is the only wild. I was gonna say chase. I'm thinking of Pops. Shiny that I've ever found in the wild.
And isn't that shiny just like a little like off brown, like a little like beige or something that looks similar to the other one?
I found a Graveler was mine.
That's another one that's really similar to that.
It's just like, instead of gray, he's like tan.
Yep. I have like a weird encyclopedic knowledge of how shinies look.
Actually,
did you guys ever hatch any shinies?
Mm-mm.
Wait, what?
I was going to mention that. The
hatching
hacking
shinies?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
hatching.
yeah.
No,
I have a couple
No
times.
hacking.
Okay.
No hacking here, man.
Oh, I
Only
thought you meant
hatching, guys.
hatching. Oh, you didn't say hatching. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I know I got a Chessman and I got an Eevee, and those are the only two I've gotten so far.
See, the cool thing about Eevee is that you can pick which shiny evolution Eevee becomes. That's the best thing about it.
And it's always Sylveon. It's always Sylveon, the best.
It's blue, right?
Yeah. Looks like cotton candy.
Yeah, Jolteon is like another one that's like it's just a lighter yellow. I think Flareon is also very similar. Vaporeon's purple, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Their attack sucks.
And Umbreon. Umbreon's the best. He's blue.
Yeah, I have one of those from the GTS trade.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
I might still have some of those laying around from like Gen 4.
So we've talked some games, we talked some anime, Pokemon manga, y'all.
All right, you're gonna have to talk about it because I don't think we've read it.
Have any of you
read it?
I've read some, but I haven't read a lot.
Okay,
I think I read like ages ago, so I barely remember it.
So I don't have a ton.
Here.
I don't have a ton, but what I have is basically just focused on Gen 1 stuff. Because I'm like, if you're going to dip your toes in, get the important stuff, just get the first gen. So I have two different series. I've got Pokemon Adventures. Of course, the box set that came out has 7 volumes that chronicle the adventures of Red. And
it's really cheap.
Yeah, it's a pretty cheap box set. And then later of Yellow, or what do they call Yellow Caballero.
Wait, that's her name?
Yeah. That's what they call her in there. And you don't actually, that's spoilers. You don't know it's a girl until later in the series. And then the second one I have is this one. And it's a 4-volume series. There's 4 different stories. Electric Tale of Pikachu. Pikachu Shocks Back. This one's my favorite. Electric Pikachu Boogaloo. And Surf's Up Pikachu. And these 4 books, a lot of y'all might remember back in the day when the first generation was out, there were single issues like comic floppies that came out, and you could get the subscription, and it was like 4 or 5 issues that would make up these books, and then they released it into the little tankobon paperback trades and stuff. And
aren't those rare nowadays?
These, I think I bought the set for about 25 total for 4 volumes. I don't know how much it is right now, but that's just what I got it for. But these are more based on the anime, whereas this is more based on the game, but telling an original story. Because this is like Red and Blue and stuff are the characters in there, whereas this one is more about Ash and like the actual characters from the anime, which is interesting because then in the 4th volume, it actually goes into Surf's Up Pikachu goes into the Orange Islands, so it adapts the Orange Islands arc of the anime. But this is the series I remembered reading when I was younger, and this is a lot of people will remember it as being the one where you see the Pokemon in their balls and stuff, and it's like you can see into the ball. I'm trying to find a good image of that as they're like resting inside. There's a pretty grotesque artwork of a big ass Gyarados in there. The Pokemon get these little stamps on them, like to show that's the number 1 Pokemon is Ash's Pharaoh. And then Pidgeotto has a little number 3 on him. So it was really like similar to the story of the anime, but it kind of went in its own direction with the design and stuff. And the artwork was pretty interestingly detailed. Like here's the Gyarados scene, and then a Lapras whenever Ash goes to.
Wow, that actually looks really good.
Yeah,
I was just gonna say that Gyarados looks fearsome.
Yeah, that looks badass.
And there's a scene with an Onyx as well. So there's some pretty cool stuff. And then the last volume, a little spoiler at the end, you even see Ash runs into like a Lugia.
Crazy.
Right here.
Cool.
So it was
no,
pretty
it's not
cool.
Ash. It's red. It's red.
No, this one is Ash. This one is Ash. Like legit on the back, it says it's a new league and new experiences when Ash and his cute and faithful Pokemon partner Pikachu set out to an exotic South Seas destination, the Orange Islands. But so yeah, in retrospect, when I read these a couple years ago, not nearly as good as Adventures.
Aww.
So if I was to recommend one out of all of them, it would be Adventures. Adventures has a much more interesting story because, like I said, it kind of takes its basis more off of the video game, but it goes in its own direction. And it's really cool because you start to have, like, in the Yellow series, they're fighting against Team Rocket, and like Team Rocket has not just like Giovanni, not Yu-Gi-Oh, but the bad dude as the leader, but he's got at least three of the other gym leaders are like basically like lieutenants or something in Team Rocket's army. So like Koga and Sabrina and LT or Lieutenant Surge are
I'm glad I'm not the only one that calls him LT Surge.
I know it's habit from when I was really young.
As a kid, we didn't know what that meant. You know, we didn't know what LT was.
Yeah. And it just
that actually sounds so cool.
It's stuck when you're like LT Surge.
Yeah.
But
a bunch of gym leaders being corrupt and helping the leader of Team Rocket this whole time without you knowing, that sounds so cool.
It's dope.
I remember the Koga part because I remember seeing a chopped up Arbok.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was like, that was what really sold me on the series. I was like, oh, I get to see like something like this. It's kind of like, I mean, it's not gore, but it's as close as we're gonna get.
And then like the Elite Four is corrupt as well. Like they are like an evil group of trainers basically, and the whole like of the Yellow series of adventure is like Yellow is trying to look for Ash because Ash was defeated by I think Bruno, and they like took all his Pokemon, and Pikachu got away, and Pikachu finds Yellow and is basically like trying to get Yellow to save Red. I think I said Ash earlier, to save Red.
That's actually really cool.
Dude, it was a really cool story. And it's like a long continuing storyline. And at the end of this volume 7, it actually leads into...
Spoilers.
Well, I'm just saying it leads into showing the beginning of Johto by having like the Gen 2 Pokemon show up.
Oh, that was really cool. I remember when Gen 2 first came out, and my sense of wonder was going crazy as a kid. I was just all over. I was like, what? New ones?
Yeah.
It was mind-blowing for me. I remember seeing like Meryl, because I think Meryl was like one of the first ones revealed.
Yeah, because
there was no internet back then. It was just like little shadows and stuff like that.
Meryl and Snubble were both some of the earlier ones introduced because they appeared in I think the first movie, like the Pikachu short.
Yeah.
And so it was just like, what? There are more Pokemon? I remember back in the day, like whenever before the second gen was out and they were slowly revealing a few different Pokemon, one of my friends and myself, we got together and made these like fake Pokemon cards for those Pokemon. And I don't have them right now, otherwise I would show them. But it was like, I think Hoppip, the little grass type, and its evolutions had been revealed. So we made cards for Hoppip and the evolutions of that one, and I have them somewhere. They were like made on MS Paint. We painted them out, we glued the paper to real Pokemon cards and then laminated them, and then I had like them in my deck, and they had all the like moves and HP and stuff. Yeah, I was a little weird nerdy kid.
That's dope.
No, I did that too. I made fake cards too.
For sure.
Yeah. My best friend and I, we used to collect all the cards, and we would make our own versions or get like the Japanese versions which have different artwork. Those were pretty cool.
Dude, if there's an art book with like the old card art I would love to have something like that
That'd
because
be
there
really
was
cool.
some really dope artwork.
I think there is
I need it.
a book. Let me Google it.
You know what we need? You know what we really need is a new trading card game. But at this point, they're never gonna do it because now they have the online one where you can actually like buy physical cards and like get it online and stuff like that.
Oh, the Pokemon TCG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw like one of my friend, actually my friend that I made the cards with a few years back. He was like, "Yo, I'm getting kind of back into Pokemon cards," and then he showed me. He's like, "Because when you buy them, you can like load them online and play online with people." I was like, "What?"
Which is crazy. Like even other card games have not done that yet.
Okay, I found an art book on Amazon, but it's expensive.
There's a 20th anniversary one. It's pretty cool. I think you'll like that one. It's Pokemon Adventures 20th anniversary illustration book.
So I think it was like 2 years ago, I bought this like big ass box of Pokemon cards, and at the bottom there was a Pokemon card art book that contained like the pre-sketches and then like the pencils and then the colors and then like the final piece of like most of the cards in the set. I just got up to try to look for it, but I can't find it. But those books are out there. You just gotta like find them. So
Google
they're definitely
Pokemon.
out there.
Now I want to buy more of the Pokemon manga. Damn it!
I really want to pick up that first set. That sounds awesome. I like
From what
the
my friend
idea
says. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
From
it's
what
okay.
my friend says, he apparently the characters actually keep showing up like all the way to now. Like they just keep showing up like every now and then.
That's awesome.
So it's not forgotten. So there is a continuity there, which is really appealing.
So the first box set, if you just look up Pokemon manga box set or Pokemon Adventures box set on Amazon, the first set is available new from Amazon for $41.81, but there's also under the more buying choices it says $29.85, and that's for 7 volumes. And then after that, the gold and silver box set, which collects the next 7 volumes of the series, is about the same price. And then the fuck to rent, you can rent books on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What the hell?
Yeah, especially textbooks. I don't know. I know you guys are a little older than me, but I was in college just like 3 to 4 years ago. And you could rent your textbooks on Amazon for like a semester at a time.
That's bizarre.
6 months. Yeah.
I remember
for people that don't want to pay. It's for people that don't want to pay like $100 for their textbooks. They can pay like $50 instead. So.
Yeah, textbooks are ridiculous.
Yeah, I was just checking how much the box sets are on IST. They're about the same.
Yeah, they're not terribly expensive, and they're actually like decently dense as far as content goes. So it didn't, when I was reading them, and I know that I have a decently fast pace when I'm reading. It took me a decent amount of time to get through these volumes. Like I wasn't just flipping through them super fast. Like it took some time. So it's worth the investment because it actually gives you a good amount of content for your dollar. And if you're a fan of Pokemon, honestly, that Pokemon Adventures manga is just awesome. And the main reason that I wanted to get it in the first place is because it does exactly what I wanted, was give me that nostalgia of revisiting the first generation of games just in a new light. So I definitely recommend it. And now I kind of, on top of wanting to buy more, I want to rewatch some of the old anime because those were some good times back then.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh,
it's not good.
I did it just there today.
I did it like 2 to 3 years ago, and it was just the beginning is.
Yeah, I tried doing it. I couldn't do it either.
The Pokemon anime is just riddled with filler and just small arcs of things that will never matter.
Oh, of course.
For the record, if you watch it in Japanese, it's a little better.
That's like when I wanted to watch Power Rangers again. I was like, I'm gonna watch it in Japanese, and I was like, whoa, this is incredibly different.
Yeah, I watched Power Rangers when it was when they were rerunning it on Twitch, and it was a lot of fun.
I've never watched Power Rangers, to be completely honest with you.
I was never big on it, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was my shit. It was 100% my shit growing up.
I like the Zords. I love the idea of Zords.
Yeah, I was gonna say
monsters, but I never really cared for the plot. It was just
it's not about
beating the bad guys.
Yeah, it's just about the over the top fight scene.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
by the way, the Pokemon box set is at $32 on in stock trades.
The first one,
the first one, yeah.
Wait, really? I just saw an entry for like 40 or something.
$38.49. And
that's $40.
41 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all about.
By the way,
except Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum is 62.
I think that's because that one's a bigger box set.
Yeah, 1 through 11. That's the 11 volumes for $62. Very good.
I've seen that one, but they're not regular. Like they're not like Tankabon volumes. They're like the skinny little singles. So like,
I have seen those around. I have though.
Boo.
Are they uniform though? Are they the same height?
Yeah, they're the same height. They're just like much skinnier. So it's like holding a comic book single versus like a comic book trade.
Boo. Oh, speaking of singles, this has nothing to do with anything except for the fact that it's cool, and I want to show you guys this, but I have to find it in my room. But I don't know what else to talk about.
House.
Yeah,
Riley's house.
I don't know what other Pokemon stuff to mention, but I got this the other day.
Oh, that's a cool variant. That's awesome.
Yeah, I ordered it.
Is it a variant?
It is. It's a variant for issue 11 of Donny Cates' Venom series, parodying or as an homage to the cover of Watchmen #1, which I also have up in my closet, but I'm not going to reach for it. And it's based off of that little feud that was on Twitter where someone said that like Venom is the new Watchmen.
Wasn't it the artist that said that?
I think so. It was Ryan Stegman was saying that like that his run with Donny Cates on Venom is like the new Watchmen.
It's better than Watchmen, he said.
Whatever it was,
that.
people pooped themselves about that comment, and it was funny.
I thought that was so funny.
Did he say it just to kind of mess with people?
It was to build hype for his new series.
Yeah,
I don't blame him.
But it was funny and it worked, and then this happened, and it's actually like I think it's Dave Gibbons did the artwork on this cover. So
yeah, it is. Yeah.
So he got in on the joke. Also, I forgot. Finally got this. So I'm gonna read some Matsumoto. That would actually be my first Matsumoto book that I'm gonna be reading.
Riley's wall is just like too majestic.
It's like a monument.
It's about to come tumbling down, though.
What's that series like right near the end before the gap all the way up top? Is that Opart Hunter?
This one?
No, the one before that. The colorful one. Yeah, that whole thing right there, yeah.
This whole line of color?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, that's Opart's Hunter. This is the series from Seishima Kishimoto, which is the brother of the dude who does Naruto.
Yeah, I've seen that book off a lot, and it always calls out to me a little bit.
It's originally in Japan, it was called 666 Satan. They changed the name because America.
I wonder why.
They look for oparts, which are like relics from an ancient civilization.
I hate America.
And it focuses on this dude. I forget a lot of the like story and stuff. But it was really enjoyable. It's 19 volumes total. Its artwork, honestly, is exactly like Naruto. It's scary how similar. Like, they're twin brothers, and they have the exact same art style. So I feel like maybe they're not twin brothers. Maybe they're just the same fucking person.
Yo, like the guy from Marvel. And
there's even...
I was about to bring that up.
Wait, what?
The guy from Marvel,
like
the
Steve
Steve
Sapolsky. Oh,
yeah. Akira counterpart.
But there's even a freaking time skip in it, and like everyone gets older.
That's wow.
Well,
so yeah, but it was.
I like time skips though. I do.
I do like time skips. And talking about time skips, Nelson, did you watch that time skip in Final Fantasy 15 yesterday?
I didn't finish watching that, but I know what you're talking about because someone told me about it.
Oh, okay, whatever.
I'm gonna try to watch it now so I can say like, oh yeah, I played the game.
Yeah, you need to at least say that. All right. So guys, what is your favorite Pokemon?
That's a hard one.
Yeah,
easy.
Easy one.
Easy. I got a top 5.
Damn.
Totodile, alligator, crocodile.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna do the whole line, but I'm gonna say for alligator, he's my top favorite. Slowpoke because he's like my spirit animal. Bulbasaur. What's this guy's name? The Shadow Fox. I forgot his name. Zorua.
Oh, Zorua. I always forget about him.
Yeah, he's really cool.
And some other monsters I can't remember. I don't know. But yeah, for alligator, Bulbasaur, and Slowpoke are 3 of my all-time favorites.
My top 2 and the other 3 probably would rotate a lot. My top 2 are Gengar and Charizard.
Oh, Gengar's awesome.
Gengar's a classic.
I love Gengar.
One noob.
Those are my 2 like favorite types too. Like Ghost and Fire are my 2 favorite types of Pokemon.
Damn, I don't know if I can pick. One of my favorite though is very unpopular. Dunsparce.
All right.
Everyone's like, oh, what? Dunsparce?
What made you pick Dunsparce?
Yeah, no explanation given.
Okay, you know why? Because he has an ability called Serene Grace, which very few Pokemon have it. The Togepi line has it. Jirachi has it. And what it does is it increases the chances of any added effects on moves. And it's just fun to play with because you could use Bite, it'll flinch like half the time, like 60% of the time. You can use Rock Slide, it'll flinch. You can use Body Slam, it'll paralyze most of the time. It's just really fun to play with. But really cheesy, but he's weak anyway, so, you know, you may as well.
He's a good partner Pokemon for 2-on-2.
Yeah, see, I'm that guy who has favorites because of their like their movesets and stuff like that.
I was gonna say it's funny because your reasoning for favorite would be like completely different from mine. Like mine are just I think that they're cool Pokemon and I like to have them on my team and
yeah. I do have a lot of those. One of my favorite new Pokemon is also Mimikyu.
Oh
especially the storyline behind his old thing is really cool. Now he was jealous of Pikachu for being adored, so he dressed up as Pikachu.
What about y'all's like legendary type or legendary Pokemon? What legendary Pokemon do y'all like the best?
Yveltal, the one from Pokemon Y. He was ready to fuck shit up.
He's pretty cool.
He can destroy the Dialga because Gen 4 had the most amazing lore in all of Pokemon.
Yeah,
like,
we were just talking about that the other day.
Yeah, exactly. He can reset everything like in the blink of an eye. He's a badass. He's a bad dude. You don't fuck with Dialga.
See, by the same token, I like Giratina because he has the whole void place, which is so cool, so cool.
I was gonna say Giratina.
I hope that they do something with that in the manga. See, this is another reason I want to read the manga because I hope they go into that legendary stuff and they kind of touch on it a little bit, play with it.
But he's a water type.
What?
No, Giratina is isn't he dark and ghost or something?
Dragon and ghost.
What?
Dragon.
Oh no, you said Giratina. I thought you said Palkia for a second. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm dumb. Never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, my favorite legendaries are probably the Mew and Celebi. Because Mew, he's like the number one Pokemon. He's like the mold of everything else almost. Like he can transform into anything. It's almost like he's like the genetic like base of everything. And that's one of the main reasons I got this tattoo. Because like I just like that whole concept of him being like the first one.
So what you're saying is that he's Jesus.
He's Adam or Eve. Like he's Adam and Eve, basically.
He's both. Yeah, you're right.
Gio, what about you?
What was the question again? Sorry.
What's your favorite? Your favorite legendary?
Oh, legendary. Sorry. I was getting the charger because I was running out of battery.
Gio's playing Overwatch.
And I'm playing Overwatch. Like, yeah, here's the PS4 controller. Favorite legendary. I'm gonna say I like Ho.
Yeah.
I like what was the legendary Gen 4? I forgot.
Palkia. Giratina.
No. Zekrom, sorry.
Oh,
Gen 5.
Arceus?
Zekrom.
Yes.
That was Gen 5. I like Mew, and I like the three horses, like the musketeers. I forgot their names.
Cobalion.
Virizion
and Landorus. Yeah.
Those are pretty cool too. I like them.
Don't forget about
I actually think I went to another gen. I think that's a different trio.
That's Gen 5. But don't forget about
I'm conflating
the little water pony. The little water pony.
Oh, yeah.
Caldeo. I think I have a poster of that somewhere.
Cobalion? Is that his name?
Yeah, I have a poster up there. Caldeo.
That's fine. Caldeo, yes.
Yeah.
So mine, I also like Giratina.
I have a poster too.
And I remember I named mine. I nicknamed him Guillotine, and oh man, I really loved when they introduced his new form, the one that's like snaky looking.
Yeah.
Origin form, yes.
Yeah, so I thought that was really dope. And then I think I'm the only person that likes this one, but I liked Regigigas.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really cool Pokemon. I never used him in battle, but I thought that the whole, like, the Regis were cool, and then introducing Regigigas as like the king of the king of kings, basically. Was super cool. And then there was also this this old meme, and it was just like a screen grab from, like, I think it was Gen 4 was where they had Regigigas, and
it was.
It says like Regigigas
Regigigas died for your sins.
It says like Regigigas couldn't get it going because of slow start or something like that.
Yeah.
I have that somewhere, like, on my Facebook from way back in the day. I was rolling at that one.
I mean, he really is way too strong if he didn't have that ability.
Yeah, that thing, like, fucks him so much. But I thought he was a really cool design and a really cool concept behind a character. And then I have what's it called when people draw, like, Pokemon as people? Gegika or something?
That's it, something like that, yeah.
I have a picture, one of my old profile pictures is Gegika or whatever of Regigigas, and it was just a really cool looking image.
All of those are so cool. I remember them being really big, maybe like 10 years ago, where people would just like do like the whole thing in that style.
Yeah.
Gijinka, I think it's called.
Yep.
I've literally never heard of this. Can I get this to happen? What the hell is this?
Gijinka, yeah. Just type that in.
All right, Google, I want you to message that to me.
There's someone who actually did like the whole. I mean, I think they only got up to maybe a couple gens because that's all that was out back then. But they did a lot of them.
Temtandi? Was it Tam Tandi? I think
that
that's the artist
sounds
name.
familiar. Yeah, that might be it.
I
At
thought
this point,
he
there's
was
a
a
lot.
dude, but turns out she's a chick. She's really talented, and she's currently on the 3rd gen, and the drawings are pretty badass. I like
Awesome.
the work that she does. Let's see if I can
Ooh, I'm seeing some
find
cool
it.
styles here.
Yeah, you can check out.
Not gender, generation.
There's one that's like
Yeah.
and like he's like a naked dude in a speedo and like a Pikachu head.
What? That's hilarious.
You know, it's like it's a real like a person, like it's like a cosplay.
I like. Did y'all ever see when people were like hacking Smash Brothers? I don't remember if it was Melee or Brawl, and they had like Pika Man.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And like Monster Pikachu or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was disturbing.
He had the long arms, right, like a spider.
Yeah. Well, okay. I know Pika Man was like he was tall. It was a tall Pikachu. I don't remember, but it's basically you put Pikachu's skin over. I don't remember what fighter's body. Ganondorf's. You put Ganondorf's moveset on Pikachu. And so it turns into this tall humanoid looking Pikachu. And then I think it's Monster Snake is the one let me look it up. But that's the one where he has like long arms and fingers and stuff.
You guys are way older than me. I've never heard of this shit before.
Dude, this is like old school memes. Like
honestly, I was probably like 6 when this shit was around.
This is like back in like 2008, 2009, when I was on like a meme group on Facebook.
I guess I was 11. Even better. I was on MySpace.
Wow, MySpace.
I'm gonna see if I can get there's a knowyourmeme.com/meme/Pikaman-Longchew. It's like all kinds of stuff about Pikaman. Let me see if it lets me post it in the cool. I posted it in the YouTube chat so everyone can look at this. Fucking Longchew. It's scary.
Longchew.
Oh my god. I hate you for making me see this.
Oh, there are more.
Oh,
okay, there's Manly Man, which is Snake as Captain Falcon, Mario Olimar, Mario as Olimar, Roadkill, which is Sonic as Fox, Wolverine, which is Peach as Sonic, Meta Link, which is Link as Meta Knight. I think the Link as Meta Knight was like basically he had no legs, like he's just on his feet.
There's like
That's
a more
disturbing.
fan service. There's a fan servicey Pika person. So like I just posted in the YouTube chat. So like go check that shit out because it's ridiculous. Pikachu's wearing a fucking bikini and like 24-inch legs.
24-inch legs.
Like in comparison to Pikachu, that's pretty fucking long. I'm scared, says David.
It's okay. Embrace Longchew. It's okay. He's here to hug everybody.
He's
oh my god. I'm gonna have nightmares about this.
Slender Chew. Oh my god.
You know, as a kid, I was always scared of like anthropomorphic like dogs or cats like walking into my house, like at like human size. Yeah, but just they just look like cats, but they're just walking on 2 feet. Like that. This brings that back.
Yo, that's like the beginning of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Dogs walking on 2 legs.
I don't even remember that actually.
What? All right, you guys are too old now.
Yeah, you're old.
Dude,
You guys don't remember the anthropomorphic dogs walking around the city?
Oh yeah.
The mayor.
All right, there you go.
I actually had to look it up, but now I see it. Yep, I forgot about this completely because it just kind of fit like really well for some reason.
Yeah, because Dragon Ball is designed by a crackhead.
It's so weird though, like because there's never any sort of real explanation why there's like anthropomorphic animals just standing around.
And the dinosaurs.
I mean, Goku is like half monkey, so I guess that makes sense.
But like he's humanoid, and then there's people. I don't know why do we have to make sense of this? I don't know.
I'm sure Akira Toriyama doesn't even remember that he made these.
I wonder if there's like a fan theory about this.
I don't know. I feel like we should make one though.
Next episode of Manga Bros Live.
They're all saying
okay, conspiracy.
What's that thing? What's that thing that the narrator voice live says? Stay tuned to the next Dragon Ball Z. Gotta miss those days.
Oh man, now I'm like falling down a Pika Man hole.
Oh boy.
I'm over here looking at like old Dragon Ball Z bullshit.
Oh my god, I'm gonna like have nightmares.
We just all went like down nostalgia lane. That's what happened.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't want to. There was some disturbing memes back in the day. I don't know if I want to fall down this hole.
Save yourself, Ryley. It's not too late.
After this, Ryley's just gonna like look up a lot of like Pokemon creepypasta and stuff like that.
I'm gonna reread the Ben Drowned stuff. If y'all remember that.
So what?
That sounds familiar.
Ben Drowned. It was creepypasta of someone who found a cartridge of Majora's Mask at like a yard sale.
Oh yeah. I've heard of
this. He played it. It was doing creepy shit, and basically like it was like someone was haunting him through the game. But spoilers. Spoiler alert! Though it is. Eventually the story like it keeps going and it's still an ongoing story, like he kept updating. But eventually the guy came out and was like, hey, I stopped updating because I'm broke and I need money to keep telling my story, because he was like making videos of it and he was like, I don't have money to like continue telling the story. So it's like, well, fuck, you just completely like ruined the whole like ambiance of it. Like you killed the suspension of disbelief. It was enjoyable while it was going.
I do not miss creepypasta whatsoever. It was never my jam. I don't have the stomach for it. I am 100% too vanilla for that shit.
All right, well, I'm gonna link a picture so that you guys can go to sleep with some happy dreams.
Don't do that shit.
Oh no.
Did he really? Oh shit.
Oh god! I just went and just like something else. Like clicked one of these pictures, and then I went back, and I found like a really creepy Mario picture.
It says encyclopedia. You would expect it to be someplace where you can learn.
Yeah, it's Encyclopedia Dramatica.
If you love your Pikachu hard enough, it becomes swole as fuck.
Damn.
The rise of Pika Man. What the hell am I looking at?
All right, I think that's enough for tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Ryley always has to go off the deep end.
So tonight we learned a lot about Pokemon and a lot of things that we shouldn't have learned about. So, wrapping up, in conclusion, Pokemon's great. You should read Pokemon manga, Pokemon Adventures. Buy it on in-stock trades because it's a pretty good price and you'll get it in great condition. Also, spend all night looking up Pika Man.
No, please.
And watch tons of videos about Pika Man.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. Please, no, not again.
By the way, before we wrap up, I wanted to tell a quick story. I forgot. What was the... a couple years ago, I bought Pokemon. Which one was it? Black and White. I bought one of the two, black or white. I don't know. So the seller on eBay was selling just the little cartridge, but he had like the item description on eBay said, it's the cartridge only, but I can mod it and you can have any shiny you want. And a friend of mine and myself, we were like, that sounds pretty sketchy, but we'll give it a go. So my friend bought a copy and he said like, oh, I'll make like your all-star team, but like shiny versions. So he did that. And when the game arrived, it was, he had all the Pokemon, I think, and like his starting 6 were all shinies. So when I ordered the thing, I told him, no, I don't want 6. Give me all the shiny Pokemon. So at that time, it was 600 and something. And to this day, I still have up to Gen 5, every single Pokemon is a shiny Pokemon. And
wow.
I will...
Hacker!
I don't know how they do that, but I was able to transfer them with the Pokemon Bank to X and Y, so I have 3D versions of all the shinies and stuff. It's pretty awesome. Wow. But yeah, it's probably illegal.
That was actually probably because it was older that it was able to go through Pokemon Bank. Sometimes they can bypass that just because of the age.
Okay.
The action replay. Hey Gio, I will literally pay you $10 for a Rattata because I cannot find a fucking Rattata in my X and Y game, and I need that shit.
Believe it or not, you can buy shinies on eBay and stuff like that.
I believe it.
I used to be part of a Pokemon forum where I actually met one of my best friends, ironically speaking. This was like 10 years ago. And we used to have like this currency in the forum where we could like use to buy Pokemon, we could sell Pokemon, we could breed and sell it to other people. It's kind of cool.
But I'm your best friend, right?
There you go. Oh, look, there's a seller on eBay. He has 10 Pokemon shiny for $15.
That's so funny.
That's a scam. Come on, man.
They're probably hacked, and they might be legit because there's a difference between hacked and legit. They might be legit, but they're probably hacked.
Just pay them through
that's
PayPal.
Like, yeah, that's the most boring way to get $15. You have to grind and grind for just $15. Nah, come on.
Yeah, they gotta be hacked.
I'm over the grinding.
They didn't have perfect IVs, so he's selling them off.
Maybe.
Probably true. I mean, the most likely thing is that they're hacked, but if he did go for it, if he did grind for it, that's probably what the case is.
Don't do it. It only has 3 IVs, and it's only attack, HP, and speed.
All right, homies. Let's wrap up another successful Manga Bros.
All right.
This was fun.
Oh, and just for funsies, my wife's favorite Pokemon is Cubone.
Nice.
Opened it. Nice. Cubone's awesome.
Alolan Marowak is probably one of my favorites of the new stuff.
Alolan Marowak, you said?
Yeah, he looks so cool. Ghost Fire, like, so cool. And he has Lightning Rod, which makes him immune to electric attacks.
Huh.
Oh, by the way, we have a question in the chat. If you guys want to take that, I don't know.
About has anyone read all of To Love Room manga?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have not read any of that series, though I have heard of it.
Very fan servicey.
Yeah, I had heard about it.
What did you say it was called again?
To Love Ru, which is
okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was meant to be a like the word trouble, but said in Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what it's supposed to translate to. I
Yeah,
remember seeing about it way back, like 2000 whenever, like 5 or 6 or whatever, and but it never got released out here until semi recently.
Yeah,
it was
actually,
weird
really
because
recently. Actually.
It's a Shonen Jump series, but very strangely enough, it was released by I think like 7 Seas or something.
Yeah, there's just a full-blown nudity there. I remember watching the anime like a long time ago, some of it, and it was kind of funny, but it's a nechi anime. You know, you get into it, you get what you see.
Did you guys want to read a certain manga to review on the next episode? I know we talked about Alita, but we never got around to it. I even bought it specifically for this episode.
Did you read it?
I didn't read it because everybody stopped talking about it.
Well, we need to make sure to do, if we're doing Alita, we got to get Omar on here.
Yeah, he's like the biggest Alita nerd.
I'm sorry, Omar.
Omar.
He will shoot me. Omar. Omar. So yeah, we do need to do an Alita episode because I would love to talk Alita, and I would love for you guys to read Alita because it's so good. Yeah, I would love to do that. But yeah, definitely need to get Omar to commit to an episode on that.
All right, in 2 weeks.
Even if we don't
get that shit done,
I'll try and get it done in 2 weeks. But even if we don't do an episode on it, you're gonna be happy that you bought and read that series because it's really freaking good.
I'm just waiting for an episode that will like encourage me to read it because it's just sitting on my shelf right now.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll try and plan it and see if I can do it 2 weeks from now or so. We'll have a special mid-month Omnibros episode. Or Manga Bros, if you will.
Nice.
But anyway, we'll start to. Oh, thank you. We'll wrap this one up. Everyone, I'll let everyone sign off. Gio, welcome back to the internet. Let them know where they can find you, please, sir.
Yes, if you want to. Thank you, guys. If you want to follow me, you can search A Week in Geekdom here on YouTube. It's mostly comic books and anime and movies and all that stuff, reviews and such. So yeah, give it a like, subscribe, or whatever for that type of content.
All right, awesome. Adonis, what about you?
You can find me on the Otaku's Farm on Facebook, where I am an admin, and Ryley's also an admin, and Nelson's also an admin, and Gio's also an admin. We can let you in so we can be weebs together. Let's do this shit.
And Nelson, where can people stalk you?
You can find me on the group. I'm very active on there, and you can also find me on YouTube at Sequential Consequence. That'll be a handful to write, but you can find it on a chat if you want. I've been doing some manga hauls, and I want to do some video essays if I man up and actually do it.
Do it. Go for it.
And you can find me here on this channel, typically once a week, doing videos with the guys. Just a bunch of guys being dudes, talking about comics. And
nice.
Comics and manga and all that good stuff. So yeah, and as always, the Omnibus Collectors Comic Swap and Community, and our channel's sponsor, which I did not mention earlier, but we'll mention now, and we did mention in the show that you can buy Pokemon from them, is InStockTrades.com. So if you do plan on buying some Pokemon manga, my recommendation is to go through them to ensure that the packaging is super duper great and that the customer service is top notch from Miss Emily herself. But that is all we got for tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with us and listening to us shoot the shit about Pokemon and Pikaman. And we will see you guys when we see you guys. Peace out.
Bye.
Adios.